tomorrow is chasing new adventures and following them everywhere. Fly Emirates. Hello, tomorrow.
A group of Sri Lankan asylum seekers heading to Australia by boat but were stranded in international waters were brought to the Galle Harbour by the Sri Lanka Navy this morning. Navy spokesperson Commander Kosala Warnakulasooriya says that the group were handed over to the Criminal Investigations Department for further investigations. Meanwhile, speaking at a media briefing in Colombo today, acting Australian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, Sonia Cope, reiterated that people arriving by boat illegally to Australia will not be allowed to settle in the country.
This group of Sri Lankan asylum seekers who were adrift at sea nearly 290 nautical miles from Galle were rescued by a merchant ship day before yesterday after the merchant ship was alerted by the Sri Lanka Navy. Thereafter, the group were brought to Galle on board the Navy's Samudra vessel. Navy spokesperson Commander Kosala Warnakulasooriya said the group included 46 men, 10 women and 17 children. Commander Kosala Warnakulasooriya added that following preliminary investigations, the group were handed over to the Criminal Investigations Department. Meanwhile, the number of people who drowned after an Australian-bound boat carrying more than 160 asylum seekers sank off the coast of Java in Indonesia has climbed to 14 after more bodies were recovered. The boat met with a tragedy after colliding onto a coral reef in rough seas on the 23rd of this month. The boat was believed to be carrying people mostly from Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan and Sri Lanka. Sri Lankan High Commissioner to Indonesia, Major General Nanda Mallavarachi, says it is yet to be ascertained whether any Sri Lankans were among the dead. When Newsfirst made inquiries, Major General Mallavarachi said the nationalities of the deceased are yet to be confirmed. The High Commissioner noted that discussions are being held with Indonesian authorities to return the bodies of Sri Lankan victims, if any, to Sri Lanka. Speaking at a media briefing in Colombo, acting Australian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka emphasised that 1,300 Sri Lankan asylum seekers have been deported since August 2012.
The message we want to convey is clear. The dangerous boat journey is not worth it, and you will not be able to settle in Australia. You will be throwing your money away and risking your lives. What we're trying to do is to break the back of the people smuggling organisers, the people who are exploiting innocent people, who are paying significant sums of money to take this dangerous voyage to Australia. The Sri Lankan government and the Australian government are very conscious that we need to break this crime. We need to get to the heart of the organisers, and we will keep on doing that.
At the media briefing, clarifications were made on Australia's new policy where boat people headed to Australia will be sent to Papua New Guinea for assessment and eventual settlement.
So whether you're a child, a man or a woman, if you land in Australia on a boat without a visa, from now on you will be moved to Papua New Guinea for processing. There's no limit on the number of people that can be moved from Papua New Guinea. If you're found not to be a refugee, you will be returned back to your country of origin or to a country where you have residence. You will not be able to stay in Papua New Guinea if you are not granted refugee status, and you will not be able to be settled in Australia whether you are granted refugee status by Papua New Guinea or not. We are looking at the possibility of establishing other processing centres in Papua New Guinea. Manus Island has a capacity at the moment for 200 people. They are looking to expand that to 3,000 people. The Papua New Guinea government has said there is no limit to the number of people that we can send to Papua New Guinea.
In its first review of Australia's new asylum policy, the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, or UNHCR, reiterates that the policy lacks adequate protection standards for asylum seekers. UNHCR says there were significant shortcomings in Papua New Guinea's legal system for processing asylum seekers. The UNHCR notes that Australia's regional resettlement arrangement with the government of PNG raises serious and so far unanswered protection questions. The UNHCR statement added that Australia's new policy faced significant policy, legal and operational challenges.